Hello everybody, it's Vinyl Rich here with Vinyl Video. I'm not sure what. I'm sporting my question mark in the Mysterians t-shirt. Metal Theologian was wearing his question mark in the Mysterians t-shirt a couple of videos ago. I kind of think he might have got a bootleg one though. Anyways, Happy New Year. What a spectacular way to usher in the new year with Mariah Carey's lip syncing fiasco mishap. Anyways, I'm going to start off showing this book here. Dixieland Farms sent this book to me, Miles Beyond, The Electric Explorations of Miles Davis, 1967 to 1991. Really great book. It's got a personal note here that I'm going to keep with the book. It says, "My dog literally ate this book." And if you can see right here, there's some chew marks. Very cool. This is written from the perspective of somebody that was a rock fan first. And it's really cool because personally I think most jazz writers and fans, they really don't get the Electric Years by Miles. My last video was the 60s Psych, and I had two albums from the 60s that I did not show in that video because they weren't really psych, so I'm going to show them right here. First one is the Byrds' first album, Mr. Tambourine Man. Everybody knows this album. This is one of my favorite Byrds albums. This is their first album. This, along with the Notorious Byrd Brothers and Ballad of Easy Rider, are probably my three favorites. It comes with this inner sleeve, and this inner sleeve makes me think it's maybe a later 60s pressing. It's definitely a 60s pressing on Columbia 2i. I don't believe it's a first pressing though, but I don't know. It's in great shape and it's a Columbia 2i. That's good enough for me. And the next one here, The Soul Survivors. The name of the album is When the Whistle Blows, Anything Goes with the Soul Survivors. This kind of could have fit into that last video. It's not a psych album. It does have hints of garage. It's a soul album recorded in Philly, but it does have that organ, garagey organ, some guitar solos, garage sounding guitar solos. Pretty cool. It's got the hit on there, Expressway to Your Heart. Anybody from the 60s, if you heard that song, you would recognize it immediately. It was a top 10 hit, I believe, number 7. But like I said, it's a soul album. And the second album on each side kind of made me a little leery. The second song on side 1 is Please, 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 the James Brown song. And you look at these guys and you go, do I really need to hear a version of Please, Please, Please by James Brown by these guys? But they actually do a really good version. They make the song their own. The second song on side 2 though is Respect, the Otis Redding song. And we all know Aretha Franklin kind of made that song her own. And that song did not need to be on the album. And it's on the Crimson label. Very cool label actually. Now got a couple of shirts here that I got on Christmas. So I guess they're kind of music related, so I'm going to show them. This is a Red Cross t-shirt. Don't Touch My Third Eye. Pretty bright gold there. Something I don't normally wear. And that was offered on the Red Cross website for a very limited time. I believe less than a week. As was this one, the Red Cross Revolver t-shirt. And the Red Cross Revolver t-shirt also came with this CD, which is Red Cross Oh Canada Hot Issue Volume 2. It's a live show from Red Cross, recorded live April 13th, 1997 at The Rage in Vancouver, Canada. Like I said, this was a limited edition. There is an album, Hot Issue Volume 1, that I've seen on the internet. I don't know if this is on vinyl also, but very cool. I hope they issue more of their 80s t-shirts because they have some wild ones. Now, the day after Christmas, I went to Amoeba Records and I picked up a few albums. I picked up a few that are not going to be in this video, but I think they will show up in some other videos. But the two I'm going to show here, this is Buck Owens. It's All-Star Jamboree starring Buck Owens and a bunch of other hillbillies that I've never heard of before. It's on Fine Records, Guest Star Records. Never heard of that label. I think this is a budget comp. Buck Owens only has the one song on here, Rhythm and Fun. It's really thick vinyl. Really pretty cool. The next album I got at Amoeba was the Dum Dum Girls. Their first album came out in 2010. They're a lo-fi band. Really garagey. They have an interesting sound. It's kind of hard to distinguish their instruments. It's kind of like a mishmash of lo-fi, glorious sound. I don't know what you would call it. A lot of their songs have the same beat. It seems like that drummer likes that beat. And this is the singer, and I believe the leader of the Dum Dum Girls' mother. I think this picture was taken like in early 70s, 72 or 1 or 3, something like that. But it's a really cool album. And it's on this inner sleeve. I'm gonna have to get a new inner sleeve because that every time I take it out it gives me the willies when I hear that. But it's on red vinyl with a little black marble mixed in there. And I got one other album here. This is an album that Deadwack 66 showed, Kaleidoscope. I did not know this was released until I saw it on his video. I was aware of this band. I always thought they were from Mexico, but it turns out they are from Puerto Rico. They recorded this album in the Dominican Republic, but it was released in very limited numbers in Mexico, and came with this booklet. If you can find originals of this, pick it up. It's worth lots of money. That's a picture of the band, and there's the picture. Here's what the original album looked like. If you ever see this album cover out in the wild, pick it up. Really great psychedelic. I was familiar with a couple of songs. The first song on side A is Hangout, and the last song on side A, Colors. I do have that on some Psych CD comps that I own. And last but not least, I have this big heavy package I could not believe. It was a total surprise. Came to me from the Metal Theologian, and I'm going to open that right now. And let's see what we got here. Got a stiffener. Got another stiffener. Got some bubble wrap. And what do we got in here? We got a rock.